Tiny Dan?
Well, it is. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thanks for being here with us this evening. We're going to start with a little Shir Chadash.
Ready for some classic hits? Shabbat oldies?
Shabbat Shalom to everyone who is here with us this evening and to those of you who are joining us online tonight. I am Lisa Kama, past president of Congregation Beth Emek, and with me this evening I have Rick Altman joining me and accompanying me on the guitar. We are using the Shabbat prayer book, which you can find on our website if you're watching virtually. Go to our website, bethemek.org, and click on virtual resources, and you should see the link there. All right, we're going to start with Shabbat candle lighting. That one.
It's always the fifth time. Fifth
Right?
time's the charm. That thing has been struck a few times. There you go.
There we go. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Please turn to page 6. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We join together in the Chadodi on page 20. We will sing the first verse, the second verse, fifth verse, and the last verse. L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela Shamar v'zachor b'dibur echad Yishmi'anu el am yuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shem u'tiferet v'lithilah L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela Likrat Shabbat lechuven echad Ki mekor habracha Merosh mikedem netzucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tefila Likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela Hitoreri, hitoreri Ki ba'orech uri, 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 uri Shir daverim, yevod Adonai Alayich nigla L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela Boi b'shalom ateret ba'alam Gam b'simcha ub'tzola Tov emunei am segula Boi chala, boi chala L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela L'chadodi likrat kala yalalai 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 Pnei Shabbat nekavela. We continue on page 26 with the Chatzi Kaddish. Please rise. Oh, I'm a prayer early, huh? We're going to stand for the next one, so stay standing. No worries. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabba Ve'amad yirachute ve'amlich malchute B'chayechon uv'yomechon Uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael Ba'gala ba'gala Uv'izman kariv Ve'emeru Amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach Le'alam u'lalmei amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaser V'yitadar v'yitaleh Shemera Kudesha, Brechu, Le'ela, Mikol Birchata V'Shirata, Tushbechata V'Nechemata, Da'amiran Be'alma, V'Meru, Amen. We continue with the Baruch Hu on page 28.
Page 30, please read with me in the English Divine page. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light,
Forming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Lahed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Lahed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. V'hayu hadvarim ha'el וכשופטך ופונך, וקשרתם לאתה ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך.
The crowd goes wild.
Whew. We will continue on the bottom half of page 39. Please join me responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. Thy heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom, aleinu be'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We continue with the Amidah beginning on page 46. Please rise.
Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu Limosheinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor Ha'anorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Kameh Hakol, V'Zocher Mashiach Oveim Ahot, Shemo Le'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Malkeinu, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol atah Rab Le'Moshiach, Mori atah, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somer Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayeh Emunato, Lisheneh Afar, Miramocha Ba'agilurot, Umidomela, Melech Megidit, Umekayeh, Umatzliach Yeshua, Leman Talakayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yhalelu asana. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Seated. We will continue
Nice.
on
Took the
page
price of
55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day, and may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Page 59. Please join me at the top of the page. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'eh lehodot. Join us in Shalom Rav on the top of page 60. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, O Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Words for silent prayer can be found on pages 62 and 63. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. Oseh shalom bimroma. Yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael ve'yimeru amen. At this time, we ask for healing for members of our congregation and their loved ones who are ill. If you are praying for healing of body or healing of spirit for a loved one, I invite you to recite that person's name out loud as my eyes pass yours.
Debbie Frank,
Sarah Pitzenberger. Jamie Altman and Brian Bridges. Those of you online are welcome to unmute and share your name.
Bill Moran.
Norton Townsley.
And Kathleen Sheridan. Misha Baroff can be found on page 253.
Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Well, this evening is a family service, which means that we get to hear a story. And I found a good one for us tonight. I don't know who to give credit for. I found it on a storytelling website, so I'm sorry I don't have an author to give credit to. But here we go. Once there was a jungle where two really good friends lived, a monkey and an elephant. And this monkey and elephant had grown up together ever since they were born. They'd gone to school together. They had learned to walk together. They had learned to do all of the things that they did together. They laughed and had jokes and stories that could go on forever. But one day, the two of them got into a bit of an argument. The argument was about which one of them was better. The elephant thought that it was better to be big like he was. He could move things. He could push things. He could stomp through the jungle. But the monkey thought that it was much better to be small and quick and fast, and he could run around faster than the elephant could. Well, they couldn't figure out an answer to the question, and they just started bickering and bickering more and more and more until they decided to go to the wise, wise owl. The owl, of course, is always the wisest. And so when they went to her, they said to her, "We just cannot figure out the answer to this question. We want you to tell us which one of us is better." Now, that wise old owl looked at them both and said, "Well, I'll give you the answer, but only if you both agree to accept a challenge." They decided that they would because they really wanted the answer. And the wise old owl said to them, "Here's what I need you to do. Just across the river, just right over there, you can both see that big, huge tree. And on that big, huge tree, there's a golden fruit. I want you to get across the river, and when you get across the river and you get to that big, huge tree, I want one of you to get me that big golden fruit. And whichever one gets it, well, then we'll know our answer." And so they both agreed that they would take on this challenge. They set off together, walking at just about the same pace. But the elephant walked a little bit faster and took bigger strides than the monkey. He got to the river first. He started wading across the river when he turned around to see how his friend the monkey was doing. And he saw that the monkey wasn't doing so well at all. The current was too hard. The river was rushing too fast. And the monkey was having such a hard time getting across the river, the elephant wasn't even sure he'd be able to do it at all safely. So the elephant went back, took the monkey on his back and said, "Let me help you across." The monkey said thanks. In fact, they even laughed a little as they got across the river. But once they got across the river, the monkey got down, and they both walked over to where that big, huge tree was, at which point the elephant decided that he was going to get that fruit by knocking the tree over. He bashed into the tree 2, 3, 4 times, but the tree wouldn't budge. The tree didn't move at all, and at that point, the elephant wasn't sure at all how he was going to get to the fruit. But the monkey realized he could scamper up that tree pretty quickly. And he did just that. He scampered up the tree. He got the fruit. He came back down, and then they looked at each other. And the monkey hopped right back onto the elephant's back. They went back across the river. They went to the wise old owl. The wise old owl looked at both of them as the monkey was holding the fruit in his hand and said to them, "Well, which one of you got the fruit for me?" They both paused. They both looked at each other. And they both said, "We both did." The monkey said, "There's no way I would have gotten across the river without the elephant." And the elephant said, "There's no way I could have ever gotten to the fruit without the monkey." And so the wise owl looked at them both and said, "So I think you know the answer to your question. Who is it that's most important? Who is it that's better than the other? Neither. We are all better when we do things together." And now I will invite Max Norman, president of our congregation, to come share some announcements.
I'm not sure how to follow that story, but I will do my best. Shabbat Shalom. As mentioned, I'm Max Norman, president of Congregation Beth Emek. Thank you to our lay leaders, Lisa and Rick. Is it okay to make the share the news now? Is it okay? I'm proud to announce that the Kamaltman Tour starts next week. Music is available on iTunes. Please check the CB website for news of their next destination. That definitely took a turn that I didn't anticipate, Rick. Join us tomorrow morning on Zoom for Torah study at 9, followed by our Saturday morning service at 10:30, which is also our 6th grade class service. The B'nai Mitzvah pressure is real. Join us in person or online so they can get a sense of what their big day will be like without the burden of having to give them a gift. This Sunday at 12:30, Pretty Pleased with Sugar on Top, join us for our annual meeting, either in person or via Zoom. We will celebrate our accomplishments, approve new board members, as well as, Scott, you raised your hand?
The link in the Once Around for tomorrow's service is wrong.
Ah.
The link in the website article is right.
You'll want to link to tomorrow's service on the website, not the Once Around. We just heard that from the wise old owl, so. The wise owl. The wise owl. It's just mimicking the story. The wise, it's wisdom more so than age, that's the story. Move it along? I will. Finally, last announcement. On Saturday, June 4th at 7:30, please join us at Temple Beth Torah in Fremont for our annual joint celebration of Shavuot. It will be led by TBT's new rabbi, Zoe McCoon. The service will be followed by the always lively Shavuot text study. Please join us for this wonderful event that brings our two congregations together, plus it's a reverse commute. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
He is so much taller than me. All right. Before we continue, I also want to give a thank you to Ann Danon, who is doing our tech tonight. She is our tech mensch of this Shabbat. We will continue with our service on page 282 for the Aleinu, on the bottom half of the page. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula yotzei breshit.
הרצון ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל עמונה ואנחנו קוראים ומשחרים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא Shabbat Shalom, Yosser Ares, Ubasha Yikara, Bashamay Nima, Ushchinat Tuzah, Ushchinat Tuzah, Begol Bnei Elohim, Ru Eloheinu, Einod, Emet Malkeinu, Nefesu Hazal, Rakatu B'Torah. I forgot to count the owner. I was supposed to do that.
So, that's a great question. It's somewhere in the book. Let's see if we can find it real quick. I have a little printout. I didn't have a page. Let's see if we can find it real quick. That. You might have stumped me. Not sure on the page number, sorry. It's in there somewhere, but not sure where. Sorry. Hineni muchan u'mezuman lekayem mitzvat aseh shel sfirat ha'omer. I am prepared and ready to perform the mitzvah of counting the omer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who makes us holy with mitzvot, commanding us to count the omer. Hayom chamisha v'shloshim yom shehem chamisha shavuot le'omer. Today is 35 days, which are 5 weeks of the omer. All right, that brings us closer to Shavuot that Max mentioned before. So the omer is a special count that we do between the end of Passover that brings us to Shavuot. And every day we count, and it gets us there. I should know a little more to tell you about it, but unfortunately I don't right now.
That's, yeah, good.
Right?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It represents the sheaf of barley, says Peter. Okay, Peter is letting us know. Yes, so Peter's letting us know that an omer is a sheaf of barley. So we're counting sheaves of barley, one a day, until we get to Shavuot, because Shavuot is the harvest festival, and so it's building up to get to the harvest festival. All right, thank you. Right? Okay. Judaism teaches us the sacred duty of memory. On this Shabbat, we remember those members of our congregation and their loved ones who have died within the past 30 days. If you are observing Shloshim, I invite you to rise as I recite the name of your loved one. We observe Shloshim for John Charles Heller. And we remember those whose yahrzeit occurred during the past week. I invite those who are observing yahrzeit for the following to rise as I recite their names. Sadie Bernstein, Joan Freris, Emmett Hogue, Danny Jonas, Sophia Keir, William Keir, Andrew Kessler, Jay Cohen-Loeb. And I invite all of those who are observing the first year of mourning to rise at this time. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We rise as one congregation, united by memory and compassion, to praise God's name. The Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha brechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. You may be seated. After our closing song, we'll join together in Kiddush and Motzi. So if you are at home, this is a chance to grab your wine or your grape juice and a little bit of challah or other bread. Please join us for Od Yavo Shalom, which you can find on 353.
I think we said we were going to be up here.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam. salam, salam, aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam, salam, salam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu, od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. All right, Shabbat shalom. We have Kiddush port, I believe, in the back for everyone else. Do we want to? Sure, let's grab it now. Let's do it now. It's more fun if you can all join me. This is your chance. I get the big one. Are we good? We got challah? All right. I have no idea what page number it's on. Sorry, but I'm good. So join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila le'mikra'e kodesh zecher li'yetziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat L'chaim. Join me for Motzi, please. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.